Hey friends, what's up? Philip here with Points of Philip, and I'm actually here because we're going to figure out what is the best no annual fee travel card. So before we get too far into that video though, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe. Doing that helps me and YouTube know that what I'm doing is helpful, and that in turn helps more people to view the content. So I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for helping me out. Now let's get into the video today. So today's video, we're going to be discussing no annual fee travel cards. And so in order to actually be a part of this video, each card has to pass 3 bars. So the first bar is that it has to have no annual fee. And so that's kind of a big one, right? That's the whole point of this whole thought experiment. So then the second qualification I'm going to have for these cards is that they have to have transferable point currencies. And so this means that you earn a point with that credit card and you can transfer it out to another point with either an airline or a hotel program. So that then means that all hotel credit cards are out and all airline cards are out as well. There are a number of $0 annual fee hotel and airline credit cards that just don't fit this criteria. So there we go. And the third criteria is this card has to earn some type of higher multiplier on travel. And so in order to be actually a little generous with this, we are going to open it up to either portal travel or even just buying these travel purchases directly. And so as long as there's a higher multiplier on travel, this will qualify. So again, it has to be no annual fee travel credit card. And so the 3 contenders today are going to be the Citi Strata card. Everyone's very happy about that. And then the next contender is going to be the Wells Fargo Autograph card. And then finally, we're going to round things out with the Capital One Venture One card. So let's actually go ahead and start with, well, my lowest ranked one. And we can get into why in a second. So that's going to be the Citi Strata card. This card has no annual fee and also has a sign-up bonus of 30,000 bonus points after spending $1,000 in the first 3 months. Now, this card is really, really interesting. So it does fit the bill. It has transferable points currencies, which we'll get to in a second, but it also has higher multipliers on travel. So this one earns 5 points per dollar on hotels, car rentals, and attractions booked on citytravel.com. Big box checked. 3 points per dollar at supermarkets. So if you go to the grocery store, no annual fee card, 3x points back on groceries. Then you also get 3x back on select transit and at gas and EV charging stations. So if you are someone who does tolls, or if you ride the ferry or a subway or something, this is going to be good. Parking is also a good option too. Then we also have 3x on any eligible self-select category of your choice. And so the categories here are fitness clubs, select streaming services, live entertainment, cosmetic stores / barbershops, hair salons, and pet supply stores. And so this is actually pretty interesting. You can kind of pick and choose. Right now, obviously, what you're not getting is you're not getting the dining category here, but you do kind of choose your own adventure. And if you are someone who goes to a lot of fitness clubs, then that could be worth it. If you get your hair done a lot, that could be worth it too. But you really pretty much have to choose. I feel like live entertainment could be a good one normally. If you are someone who goes, out for live entertainment quite a bit, this could be a good card for you. Here we go. We get 2x at restaurants. So it is kind of a higher category. You can kind of get away with it, but 2x is kind of the baseline here, so we're not really excited about that one. And then this particular card earns 1x on every other purchase. And so this actually, it's a solid card, no annual fee. And then let's get into how you can redeem your points. So you can shop with points. You can use points at participating online partners like Amazon.com, CVS.com, and others. We'll see what the others are. You can also get gift cards and cash back and more. In Citi, thank you points actually on the Strata card can be redeemed for, I believe, 1-to-1, so 1 cent per point. So that's not terrible either. So it could be a cashback card or it could be a transferable currency card. And let's get into the points transfer here. According to their website, you're only eligible to points transfer to JetBlue, Choice Hotels, and Wyndham Rewards. Now, with Citi's program, the only way to have full access to the 1-to-1 transfer partners is if you have the Citi Strata Premier or the Citi Strata Elite, or if you still have the Prestige right now. However, if you don't have any of those, then you're not getting 1-to-1 transfers to those partners. And so while on their website, they don't actually publish exactly what that transfer ratio is, it's definitely not as widespread as even Wells Fargo for this, honestly. And so, because of that, it does have some solid multipliers, and it can earn you some pretty decent things. It may not do the best, right? And also, there's not really an airfare thing as well, because the 5X is only for hotels, car rentals, and attractions, and so I don't see airfare anywhere else. And so that could be a problem, right? So anyway, it's a solid card. It has some good multipliers. It can quite theoretically be your one card catch-all if you're maybe into Team JetBlue or something like that. However, I would pass, and that's why it's number 3 on my list. Next up, I'd have to give it to Capital One Venture One card. So Capital One Venture One is Capital One's travel card with no annual fee. Now, this actually has an interesting kind of superpower in that Capital One allows you to transfer everything. As long as you have a Venture card, so either the Venture One, the Venture, or the Venture X, you can actually transfer any of your rewards into that card and then transfer it out into cash back. So you could either have the Capital One Venture One card as your standalone, in which case you'd be not paying no annual fees and getting 1.25 points per dollar on every single purchase. But you could actually do a little bit better. So let's, basically with Capital One, you can have the Saver card, and that earns 3% or 3x back on dining and groceries and streaming services and entertainment, in addition to 5x on Capital One Travel Portal. And so you could also do the Quicksilver card. That earns 1.5 on every single purchase. And so if you have those 3 cards, the Saver, the Quicksilver, and the Venture One, you can be earning quite a bit on dining, entertainment, things like that, a 1.5 catch-all, and then transfer everything to Venture One and still get full access to all of Capital One's transfer partners. And that's actually pretty huge. So Capital One transfer partners are there's a lot of them. There's Aeromexico, Air Canada Aeroplan, Air France KLM, Avianca, British Airways, Cathay Pacific, Emirates Etihad, Eva Air, Finnair, Japan Airlines, JetBlue. Now the JetBlue is 2 to 1.2, so it's not really a good redemption rate, but it's there. There's Qantas, there's Qatar, there's Singapore, TAP Air Portugal, Turkish, Virgin, Accor, Live Limitless, Choice Hotels, Preferred Hotels and Resorts, although that's only 1 to 2, so be careful about that, and then Wyndham as well. And so this card, you could just get the Venture One card and actually do pretty well for yourself. Get no $0 annual fee, 5x on hotels and rental cars with Capital One Travel, 1.25x on everything else. And so this, again, is a solid travel card that earns transferable currencies, no annual fee. So that's also good, but it's not the best. In order to figure out what the best is, we need to figure out, our sponsor. And that's actually going to be me, Points of Philip. So for those of you that don't know, I offer a weekly newsletter every Friday morning that goes out, and I like to tell you all of what's going on with credit cards and points and miles. And I also tell you what's going on with all of the bank's kind of offers that happen on a regular basis. So Capital One, American Express, Chase, they all leave offers on our cards. And I tell you the ones that I think that are worth having. And so if you want to know more, you can actually sign up for my newsletter in the description below. But if you want to go forward a little bit further and you want some more kind of hands-on advice about what you want to do with your credit card wallet in your situation, I also offer credit card consultations. I offer a mini session for kind of smaller questions, a more kind of in-depth consultation as well. And then I also offer a travel consultation too. And so all of these things are options that you have, but because we're celebrating the Creator Meetup Week, I'm offering every single thing to you at a 10% discount. So if you use code MEETUP25, and again, that code's going to be in the description below, you can actually save 10% off of any of your consultations that you book this week. So thanks so much for watching this. And, hopefully I get to see you guys and get to know more about your credit card journey and how we can get you to where you want to be. But okay, now that that message from our sponsor is out of the way, let's get into the first and favorite card that has no annual fee and can be considered a travel card. And that's actually going to be the Wells Fargo Autograph card. So the Wells Fargo Autograph card, first of all, and more importantly, has no annual fee, but it does have a 20,000 point sign-up bonus after spending $1,000 in the first 3 months. And this supposedly is $200 in cash redemption value, so we can redeem it for 1 cent per point per cash. But you also can do some other things. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about the unlimited 3x points for many different ways that you can actually buy. So you can earn 3x on restaurants, 3x on travel. So that can be airfare, hotels, car rentals, cruises, and more. So you can actually use it for Viator and a bunch of other things. 3x on gas, 3x on transit. So this is subways, ride shares, parking, tolls, and more. That's huge. 3x on popular streaming services, 3x on your phone bill, and then 1x on everything else. And so this is actually a $0 annual fee that in one card earns more than any of the other cards that we've looked at so far. This is actually a pretty solid card, and well, the only reason I don't have this in my wallet is because Wells Fargo says, you've had too many cards this year. We're going to slow you down a little bit. And so they did. It's a good card. Now, how can you redeem your points is going to be the final kind of consideration here. You can pay with rewards at checkout in a couple different places. You can also redeem for purchases. So you can cover eligible purchases you make now by choosing redeem for purchases later. And then you can buy gift cards redeemed to your account as well, which is great. And then you also do reward transfer. So now it's important to note that Wells Fargo transfer partner list is a little bit smaller than Capital One's and Citi's. Now, it's definitely more than the transfer partners you get with the Citi Strata card, but it's definitely not as many as you get with the regular Citi Premier or the Citi Strata Elite card. So let's take a look at their particular transfer partners here. We have Aer Lingus Air Club, Air France KLM Flying Blue, Avianca Life Miles, British Airways, Iberia, which an Avios is an Avios. They're all a part of that program. But you get JetBlue 1-to-1, which is huge if you're on the East Coast. Virgin Atlantic 1-to-1, which is again huge if you're on the East Coast or if you really want to look for Delta award space. This is a solid option. And then of course you also get choice privileges at 1-to-2, which isn't as strong as Citi, but which is actually pretty great. If you're interested in choice hotels, 1-to-2, not bad. Wells Fargo, in my opinion, it's the best no annual fee travel card that has access to transferable currencies. And so that's why my favorite card is actually the Wells Fargo, right? The Wells Fargo Autograph takes the cake today. And anyway, let me know what you guys think about this list. Am I missing something? Am I kind of being an idiot for not thinking about the Hilton no annual fee cards or something like that? Let me know in the comment section below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about that. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.